I'm trying to like upload thumbnails for my live streams, you know? I don't even know how to do all that. Oh, I see, I see. Give me a second. 1 second, man. I just made a new YouTube thumbnail. You guys want to see it? Well, I guess you'll see it soon. Dang, what was that? No condom, Chris. Type racer. Give me 1 second. Alright. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. Just uploaded my new live thumbnail. And I guess it's time for type racer. Or something. Hold on. I wonder if my VR headset will give me latency for it. Dang, you're type racing on a VR headset? That's wild, man. Grom cakes. Yeah, no column Chris is ready. Let's do this. First race warm-up, second race championship round. Wait, am I ready? Hold on. Alright, there's a link for YouTube. There's a link for Twitch. Coding on a VR headset. What type of headset do you have, Q? I wonder if I should try one out. But I don't think VR headsets are ready for me. The Quest 3? How long have you had it? Since March. What do you think? Do you think it's useful? Alright, here we go. First race warm-up. Second race championship round. Oh snap. Q Ultimus with the win in the warm-up round. Pancake lens means no lines? I don't know what that means. I've never really been into VR, man. Every time I tried it, it makes me sick. Like, nausea, sick, you know? That was a morbid paragraph? Yeah, what the hell is that from? Snatch? Is that a movie? Never seen it. Alright, here we go, man. Championship round coming up. I wonder if Don't Defense is here. Probably one of these guests. Anyways, let's get to it. Man, Grommers with the win. I think this is the first time for you, Grom Cakes. Your first. Congratulations on the new Type Racer Championship belt. Was this the warm-up? This was the championship round. Don't defense. That was a fast speed too. Like, no condom Chris was at 120. Grom Cakes 121. Q 109. Very nice, very nice. Alright, here we go, here we go. Dang, don't defense. So aggressive, man. It's only Type Racer. It's just a little racing game. Alright, Grom Cakes. Wait, 121, right? Tried by reading 2-3 words ahead as I type seemed to improve my typing speed. Yeah, I can't do that, man. I can't like read and type at the same time. It's hard. Bobby Blue in the house. What's happening? He's trying to snipe you? I mean, you trying to snipe him. That's how it is, man. What should I tell him? Congratulate him? Yeah, you should. Alright. How's my day? My day is doing alright, I guess. Alright, let's look at that Type Racer. Grom Cakes, first time champion. 121, very fast speed. Alright, what's up? Should we do the daily problem? When I was trying to do 9 Type Racer, you delay 20 minutes? Nah. I don't delay it, man. I started doing them immediately. Well, I give it like a few minutes. Man, why are you complaining? You're second place already, don't defense. You're about to be first once Pixel Pusher retires. I see the daily's hard first day in the month. Yeah. I don't even know if I can do it. Look at that, I'm using Python. I know Pixel Pusher will ever retire? Nah, look, they're 75 wins. Man, should I try this hard problem? 36%. Let me see. Zero. Should I zero track it? Dang. 2648. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to attempt this problem. It's like, what's the point of trying a problem so hard? I'm just gonna get slayed up, man. I'm gonna waste like an hour. Let me at least read the problem. How about that? And then I won't spend too much time on it. Maximum number of tasks you can assign. You have n tasks and m workers. Each task has a strength requirement stored in a zero-indexed integer array tasks, with the ith tasks requiring task I strength to complete. The strength of each worker is stored in a zero-indexed integer array workers, with the jth worker having workers j strength. Each worker can only be assigned to a single task and must have a strength greater than or equal to the task's strength requirement. Additionally, you have pills, magic pills, that will increase a worker's strength by strength. You can decide which workers receive the magic pills. However, you may only give each worker at most one magic pill. Given the zero-index integer arrays, tasks and workers, and the integers pills and strength, return the maximum number of tasks that can be completed. This sounds kind of hard. Only because I already looked at the zero track racing and it says it's a 2600 problem. But even then, it still sounds hard because I don't know. Let me just try and give it some thoughts though. So we have this many pills that we can apply to give a boost of that much strength. So they want to know the maximum number of tasks that we can finish. David XD3212, what's happening? Welcome to the party. Learned a lot since I've begun watching. Oh man, thank you for tuning in, and I'm happy that you've been able to learn some stuff here. I think that's like one of my main goals is to like try and like get people to connect with algorithms in some way, or at least have a partner, like a training partner, me or the rest of whoever is here, you know. When I first started studying LeetCode, it was a very lonely activity, and I didn't study CS, so I don't have any CS friends really. So that was a big reason why I started to stream, so I could like connect with other people who were also LeetCoding. Anyways, alright, example 1. We need task 321. Wait, do we have to do the tasks in any order? Or can we just do whatever, you know? Wonder if we should sort and then each worker can only do like one task. I forget what it said. Yes, one task. I wonder if we can binary search this on the answer, but I think it probably has to be something a lot crazier than just a binary search on the answer, you know? So I have a feeling we should probably sort the tasks and the workers and then do something with that. But I'm not sure. Like, do we want the I wonder if it's pills. No, I was gonna suggest some type of take it or leave it, because how do you know who to give the pills to? Do you just like take it or leave it on the pills for every worker? But then I think that would be too slow, because there's 50,000 workers and 50,000 pills. So that alone will be too many things in the state, right? If you want to do just one task, how would I do it? One task, I would take the strongest worker and the weakest task. So you're saying it's something I should like think about that and build upon that. 3 tasks. I guess I'll take like the 3 weakest tasks and the 3 strongest workers. And then I'd see how many I can do without pills, and then see if I can apply pills to make any more tasks. So are we like binary searching like that? Where we try and do that, see how many tasks we can get. So we take the top X workers and the bottom X tasks. Wait, how does that even work though? Strongest worker. I don't even know, man. So if I were to try 3 here, I would say, yeah, this worker can take the hardest task. This next worker can take the next task. And then this worker can take a pill to get 1 task. I don't know, that feels like too simple. There must be some type of weird stuff. I don't even know if I'm able to solve this, you know? Like, is this using any special techniques that I don't know? Or is this just like... I mean, the only techniques I don't know would be a segment tree and maybe some other stuff. String hashing, but I don't think we need string hashing here. Oh lordy. Alright, if I were to attempt this problem for real, I think I would try to binary search on the number of tasks that I can complete. But I don't know if it's... Should I just try that? Zach, it's hard for me to even try it because I have low confidence that I can solve this, you know? Very low confidence. It's like a greedy. All right, let me sort the tasks. So I guess we can just sort them regular order. And then I want to sort the workers also. Do I want to sort the workers by the same way, or should I do them the strongest workers first? I don't know if that's the right way. I don't even know if sorting will help here. And then we have different lengths of tasks and workers. Dang. Oh. I give up, man. It's too hard. It's way too hard for me. Should I look at the topics? I think if I look at the topics, I'll be more comfortable with like continuing. Let me peek. Oh lordy. So maybe I am on the right path, but it still feels complicated. All right, here we go. How do you do binary search? We're guessing on the size of how many tasks we can complete. So that's n is the max. So we need to validate that this guess is correct. So I don't know what's passed down here yet. I guess just the guess. So if it's good, it means we should try a larger number. And we do that by bringing L up. And if it's bad, we should try a smaller number. But still, I'm not convinced whatever I'm doing is correct. So we sort the dang things, and we're trying to just see how many we can get working, right? So I want the weakest tasks, the first guessed amount. I guess they're all in the beginning anyways. So should I just... I don't know how to do this part. Maybe I'll just iterate from 0 to the guess. Iterate through them, and I'll say, what am I trying to do? I'm just trying to see how many are good, right? So if, I guess I can't use this name tasks. I should call it good or finished or count. I don't know, man. Count sounds alright. So if tasks I, or if workers I, so this is taking the strongest worker with the weakest task. I'm not sure if that's what I should be doing, actually. Let me think. Let me try and science this out a little bit. So imagine we guess 2 here, and our tasks are 1, 2, 3, and our workers are 3, 3, 0. That's how they'll be sorted. And then let's say our guess coming into this function is 2. That means I'm iterating over these 2 things. I don't like these 3 3s. Let me change the number. Let's say the workers were 3, 2, then 0. So I think maybe I should sort the workers regular way. And then I compare I'll compare task I we want to what are we doing? We're comparing this task Nah. Maybe I just want to sort them. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why this is so hard for me to think about either. If I'm comparing two, I want to compare these two tasks to these two workers. And I want to do 1 against 2 and 2 against 3. That would be the way to do it, I think, right? So let me think about that a little bit. From YouTube, Raj, what's happening? Don't you think the answer of the third example is 3 because it's creating lots of confusion if you don't use the first worker? I didn't even look at example 3. So here are the tasks. You said it should be 3. No, because how are we gonna do this one? This task that requires 30 strength? There is no worker that could do that task. Because you can only use 1 pill per worker. You can't just give one worker like 2 pills, you know? So nothing will ever add up to 30. So this task is impossible. Alright, so I want to compare, like if the guess is 2, I want to be comparing the regular, I guess I would be the task, but then the workers would be something plus I. I guess it would be M minus guess. So M is 3. Minus guess is 2, so the offset would be 1, and it would, yeah, something like that, maybe? So we're comparing the task, we're making sure the workers offset plus I is greater than equal to that task. Let me try that. So offset, what's the offset? I already have it up here. And then what? Oh man. I don't think this is gonna work. Right? Or does it matter? So I'm just trying to see how many of these can finish the task without taking a pill. Maybe I need a new thing, a J. So this is the J is like the current worker we're on, right? I don't know. If you have 3 workers and the first worker cannot finish the first task, what am I forced to do? Yeah, this is actually what I'm thinking about now. That's why I created this second J variable. So if the first worker cannot finish the first task, what does that mean for us? Oh, wait, with the way I have sorted them, I guess if the first worker cannot finish that task, either we give it a pill, or we move on to the next worker. But I don't know. So if we give it a pill and it can finish. Wait, if you move on to the next worker. Corp IT from YouTube, what's happening? Awesome work. Thank you. I'm struggling though. Have a great day. Thanks, you too. If you move on to the next worker, it's not good, right? Because you're using the strongest N workers and the weakest N tasks. Well, maybe. So every worker needs to finish a task. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Like, it doesn't make sense to go to another worker because I don't know how to explain it, but I think I see it. Because if we're trying just 1 and 2, this one, maybe let's change the numbers a bit or something. 3, 4, 5, or 3, 3, 5. Because that worker still needs to do a task, right? So like, let's say this is it, or let's use 3 and 4. So we're comparing 3 and 2. So this worker cannot do this task. And then if we move to the next worker, then it's not an optimal move because yeah, maybe this worker can do this task, but now we have, well, maybe it is optimal, I don't know. But now we have worker 2 against task 4. But maybe if we had a good pill, we could hit that. Yeah, but if we had 1 pill with 2 strength, then this worker could do it. But then if we give that pill of 2 strength to this first worker, he could finish the first task. And then the 3 worker can't hit that 4 task because we already used a pill. But if we hit the 3 worker on the 3 task and the 2 worker with the pill on the 4 task, that could be a way. So that's why I'm a little bit confused on defense. Woo voo, what's happening? Welcome. I did 2 while loops. If a worker cannot do his current task, he needs to be pilled. Yes, I see that the worker needs to be pilled. But how do you know which task is optimal for that worker to do? Or do we give the worker the pill and then like put him back into the queue so things shuffle around? So maybe I use like some type of priority queue or some type of sorted list where this worker can't finish this task, so we remove it and then we pill him and it's 2 + 2 and then we put it back in. But now we have to change the ordering and then we're still at this work. So now this worker is now the weakest link and that can finish that and then this can finish that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe some type of techniques like that are necessary. It's not how you implement it, it sounds good. Well, man, I don't know how to implement it otherwise. All right, let's not do it that way. Let me try and think about what you're saying. So, very legit, you learn that you need to reorder. Wait, implement it my way? I don't know how to do it, man. Because I'd need some type of, like, I don't know. I guess I could just use some type of set. All right. Or priority queues, yeah. Yeah, well, that's too much work, man. All right, let's try it with the priority queues. So we'll just create 2 priority queues in our validation function. And then see how many we can do there. 1 for tasks and 1 for the workers, and the workers just need their strength and if they were pilled already or not. Abbas Ali from YouTube, what's happening? This one is famous problem, is it? If you didn't look at the 0 track, you'd have gotten it. I don't know, man. So, no, I didn't solve anything, though. Because I'm not sure. That's the problem, man. If I'm not sure if it's gonna work, I don't even really want to attempt to implement it, you know? So I don't think so. Yeah, I guess sometimes I have good intuition on what to use, but I can't put together everything, you know? All right, let me try to implement though. Implementing takes a lot of brain juice for me as well, man. All right, let me delete this. 2 priority queues, huh? Priority queue. So one of them needs to be the no, they both can be the same. Just the weakest ones first. So that's like, no, how do you do a priority queue? Like this. But maybe we need more state than just an integer, so let me think about that. Tasks don't need to be in a priority queue because they don't change. Yes, I see that. That's a good observation. So, all right, let's load up the workers into this thing. But I don't know how much state we need. I guess we do need that boolean whether they've been pilled or not, right? Yes, yes. So we can either do that with, I guess I can make pair int bool PIB. And then here we're pushing the strongest workers. So that's workers I and default to false because it hasn't been pilled yet. And then, all right. So what am I trying to do, man? So these are all my tasks, right? Try to solve all the tasks. Yeah, all right. Thank you for guiding me, Don't Defense, without giving me too much too soon. How do you not go insane with this? Who says I'm not insane, man? I think I'm pretty insane if I think about who I am. I think I do a lot of very unorthodox things in my life. So maybe I am insane. What was I doing? Going through the tasks, and I gotta see if, how are we gonna do this? This is the strength and is pilled. When NCC races, he doesn't say anything. When I race, he wishes curses upon me. Well, you know, it's because you want the championship so bad, and it's clear that you're a rising star. You're probably the strongest, most consistent typer here, besides like if you took out Pixel Pusher. So, you know, we gotta give you some type of challenge, man. We can't just give you the W's all the time. Anyways, wait, from YouTube, how long have you been doing daily LeetCode? Is 2171 number of days? No, 2171 is the number, the problem number. I've been doing LeetCode, not daily. I've been doing LeetCode for about 5 years. I don't do it every day though. I'm not like a daily grinder. I only grind like 3 times a week. I wouldn't even call it grind. I do LeetCode 3 times a week. I do Monday daily problem, Wednesday daily problem, and Saturdays I'll do a few problems and the contest. I used to train a lot more, but I've slowed down my training because it's taking up too much time. And I think it's pretty clear that my training affects my rating too. Like ever since I cut down my training and ever since the LLMs have been pretty good, my rating just tanked. So I think I have to be like okay with that. I'm trying to internalize it. I'm getting better, but it still feels a little bad to see my rating drop so much. All right, here we go. Popping off the top of priority queue, that's the strength. We're gonna check if this strength is greater than or equal to the current task that we're on, then we're good, right? Otherwise, if it's not, then we gotta pill it, and the strength is strength, and then the pilled will be true, but then we can only pill pills time. So if k is greater than 0, that means we have more pills and we should pill it, right? And then that's it. We gotta just return I guess we can't get any more than the guess here, so I guess equal would be more correct. Is there anything else that I need to think about here? Yes, maybe this has a bug, because if we do this, then we also need to make sure we repeat the same index. That's one thing. What else do I have to think about here? I'm not sure. You can double pill? No, you can't double pill. Wait, oh, you're saying I am double pilling. Yes, you can't double pill, but I can double pill right now. But I don't want to double pill. Good eye for that bug. So if we're not pilled and we have pills left, then we should pill it. Wait, is this sorted correctly? I don't think so, man. I think I should sort it like that. And then let's run it and see what's up. Jeez. No way. No way this works. What are they talking about, man? It's because the numbers are crazy? No. Wait, what just happened? What was my error? I didn't even see. Yes. Mid can be the max of the two arrays. Wait, hold on. M. Oh. I see. Let me think about that. I see. Walrus Operator, how you doing? Sup, fam jam? Interviewed with Fan Duel today. That was a funny one. How was it funny? And funny as in it didn't go well? What's FanDuel? Like the betting site? So tasks is N, workers is M. Trying to see how many tasks we can finish. So potentially oh, I think my whole solution was assuming that the things are the same. But alright, so this might not be chill, right? So I guess I don't even need this offset stuff because we're using a priority queue, yeah? So then we can just say, well, I think I will reverse sort them and then I'll just iterate over the guests. Should I do it like that? The Wilster, how are you doing? What's happening, man? Have a nice night. I'll try. Oh, Bet Simp, first try? No, man. I haven't gotten this problem yet. This is my third try now. How the hell? They're telling me I'm wrong. They're telling me. How am I? What? M workers. How would I ever get 5 here, man? What the heck is going on? maybe it's like giving garbage values. Alright, we had a few bugs. Oh shit. Alright. So I don't know how to debug this long ass test case. Let me think. So we're not getting enough. We have a lot of pills. Wonder what it could be. Like without going too crazy here. It must be close, otherwise I don't think I get this many test cases, right? So it must be like something real silly. Not getting enough. Maybe it's because we have more pills. Maybe, yeah, maybe we should push like more than, yeah, more than how much we guess, right? Or no? Does that even make sense? I guess so, right? Let me just try something. Why don't I just go put all the workers in there and see what happens? I'm not sure how to debug this. It feels like I don't think we should add more workers because it should handle the case when we try like the number 143. We'll add 143 workers, right? Should I see how many things they give us here? To see if it's like all of the tasks are possible. No, not all of them are possible. Alright, let me let me see what I'm guessing and which ones. So I'm trying 130 and I'm saying it's not working. 137 even, 131. I don't know how that's gonna help me figure out what's wrong, but something ain't right. So these pills are pretty strong. All right. I've already been on this for an hour, man. Is it time to give up? I wonder where I'm wrong. Because I changed it. It's pilled. This means we have pills left. Put it back in. I got nothing, man. I'm about to look at the solution. Man, that's crazy. Look at that. So even when I select a higher number, I get less? That doesn't even make any sense, man. How am I gonna get less tasks completed? Maybe there is a problem with this or something. Wait, how am I doing it? No, maybe that was right. I want the strongest workers. Can you send the code? Yeah, I'll send it right now. Because this doesn't make sense to me. This means that there must be a bug in my code. I mean, besides the fact that I'm guessing the wrong answer. But the fact that at 129, we get 129 tasks. But when I choose 137 tasks, I'm only getting 125. That is very suspicious to me. Because I feel like I should get at least 129 up here as well, you know. And then down here too, like why do I get one less task or 3 less tasks? So it must be something, man. Either what's happening? What is the exercise about? I'm doing the daily problem, which is not easy for me. Oops. So how is it that when I try more numbers, it trips? Let's try and think about that. Iterating through. Do I do anything with these tasks? Is it just a typo that I have somewhere that I'm not seeing? Is it a major flaw in my logic? Who knows? Strength. Let me delete this. I mean, my binary search template is, I type it the same every time. I doubt it's anything in here. Should we look at some answers, man? See what people are saying. Wait, give me 5 minutes. All right. I got this? Nah, man, I don't got this. It's been over an hour now. How does it get less, man? That doesn't make any sense to me. Because my tasks are sorted by the weakest ones. We should get at least that many. But how the hell does it go down, you know? Alright, here we go. I'm about to do something. We're gonna do... What was the numbers? 129, 130. I only want this one test case. And I'm not sure how this is gonna help me, but I'm about to try some things out, man. I need to paste like in 2 different columns, you know. Is there a notes pad? I can open some notes here or something. Make them side by side. Yeah, new column, man. Should I open up a spreadsheet to solve this problem? Oh, that doesn't work. Wait, you understand why your solution is different? Yeah. Where's my bug? What is going on here? Wait, look at that. My first task is interesting. Oh wait, these are my tasks. Never mind. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 6, 4. So why do I have this weak ass worker here? Let's say our weakest person cannot solve the weakest task. We need to pill him, right? I think so. That's what, at least that's what you told me. So I'm going with that. Now, since we pilled him, what task should we ask him to solve? I'm not sure. Not the same task, right? We should ask him to solve the highest task possible that he could solve. or she could solve, the worker could solve. The highest task. So is that the problem here? Because, let me erase all this. Yeah, like it's hard for me to see why that is, but I'm just gonna believe you, you know? I mean, it makes sense that it should solve the highest task, but I don't know why this sorting thing doesn't work. I guess I can see a little bit why it doesn't work. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, man. I think I know how to fix it. So instead of pushing it back into the queue, we pill it and then we solve the highest task, and then we mark it as solved, and then we continue. They need to be required after being re-queued, after being pilled. Yeah, that's what I thought, Pinto Fool, but I think that is a flaw in the logic. Wait, tasks are 5, 10. People are 1, 5. 2 pills, par 5. You get the first person, you pill him. That is power 6. So 6 and 5. 5. You put, yes. Yes, I see what you're saying, don't defense. It's similar to that. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Let me try and explain it here. So these are tasks, these are people, and we have 2 pills at 5 power. So this first guy or first worker cannot solve this task, so we gotta give it a pill and become 6. So if we had inserted that back into the priority queue, it would now look like this. And then this worker who is not pilled will be able to solve this 5 task, and then when it gets here, this 6 worker is not able to solve the 10, but it's already pilled, so we can't do it. Yes. So instead, as soon as we pill this worker to be 6, then we do I guess we'll do a lower bound on here, and then we'll see it returns this index, so this matches up, and then we move on. All right, let me try and implement that real quick. So I guess this pill thing doesn't need to be there, but I'll leave it there for now. So if the worker cannot finish the task, we need to figure out like we need to figure out something. So we're gonna do upper bound. Something like this. No, lower bound. Wait, upper bound or lower bound? Let me think. We can do an upper bound. We can do a lower bound. Right? No, no, no. We do an upper bound -1. It's a little messy though. And once we find that, this task would be that J? I don't know, man. Do I do this part here too? Yes, I think that's okay. We don't need that part. Looks a little crazy. I don't even know if it's gonna work, but I will try. Dang. Well, typo. Man, I spent way too long trying this problem. Still can't solve it though. Now I'm getting some crazy stuff. I'm getting way too much, but it's a nice problem. Yeah, it's too nice for me, man. Hey, how do I reset my test cases? I just want my regular test cases. Do I refresh? No. Respect the grind? I don't know, man. I shouldn't be doing this grind. Like the additional trick of realizing that once you give a person a pill, they should complete the highest test they can instead of what they're originally assigned in order. How do you debug if the test case is crazy like this? Bobby Blue, I don't know. I struggle to debug large test cases. And I don't know, I have no how to implement this stuff, man. Noon, thank you very much for that. Hydrates, welcome to the party. I think I gotta just give up. Even though you guys told me how to solve it, I still can't implement it. No give up. Man, I don't know. Where is it going wrong? This one is good. Yeah, apparently. So, how the hell is 160? Like, the upper bound thing, I wonder. Oh, no. 143. So this is not supposed to work. None of these supposed to work. But I'm getting way too many, man. So should I try that simple test case that Don't Defense says? If we had tasks 5 and 10 and workers 1 and 5. And we had 2 pills of 5 strength. Well, it works for the easy case. But I'm doing something terribly wrong, man. I'm not sure if it's this weird thing I'm doing with the binary search. Is it an upper bound on the new strength? And then we minus it 1? Yeah, I think so. The first number that's greater. No. Yeah. The first number that's greater than our strength. And then we minus it by 1 to make it get back down to like less than or equal to. So that we can complete that task. And then we mark it as solved. We increase our counts. And we carry on. Oh. But then this doesn't take into consideration if we've already solved it. Like, we could be solving the same thing multiple times here. I think that's probably what's going on. So how can I fix that problem? Do I need to like put everything into some type of set, or do I make sure like right here alright, let me think a little bit more. Now I see why this problem is rated so highly. Maybe the general idea isn't too crazy, but there's a lot of like edge cases that you gotta think about, man. And it's hard to realize where it's going wrong, like in all these tiny details. So I think this binary search could be solving multiple problems even if they've already been solved. So maybe instead of iterating like this, I need to create a set or a multi-set or something like that, right? Let me try and do it with a I'll just try a frequency map. And alright, I'll do it like that. And then here I'm iterating. I guess I can iterate like this, right? But then I don't need this solved thing. Maybe what I do need probably is, instead of tasks I, we can say weakest task is gonna be something like this. That's the lowest key in the map. But now here we gotta change this to, how you do an upper bound on a map? Can you do that, man? Is it like mp.upper bound? Yes, yes, yes. Something like this, but this iterator. So upper bound, and then you decrement it. We don't need this J stuff. Can't do that. What's this K? Oh, that's the keys. And the I, should we repeat an I here or not? I don't think we need to repeat I anymore after this. Do not use upper bound a.begin and x, by the way. If a doesn't have random access, it will have nlog n runtime then. Yeah, I think I've encountered this problem a while ago. I forget. Oh man, still. Alright, we're still having issues here, man. And I don't know what to do now, you know. New strength. Whew. I think it's time to call it quits. I mean, is this new binary search should be doing the right thing now, but I'm still getting way more than I should. And I'm not sure what to do now. Try to submit to see how, if it's even any closer. Maybe it's worse. It's worse. Where's the check to see you have pills to use? Oh, right here. So I'm checking K. K is my pills. So if we got pills to use, this is pill doesn't even mean anything anymore. But maybe there's a bug here, like if we don't even find something, oh maybe, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I still have to check. Yeah, so if IT first is greater than our new strength, we should just like continue. Wait, is this possible though? Because let's say our new strength, no, that doesn't make sense. Because for sure it's gonna be, right? I was thinking if it went out of bounds, that means there's nothing that's greater in that map than that strength. Yeah, so this doesn't even make any sense to check. Oh, type racer. Give me a second. But I might have to quit on this one, man. Don't quit, man. We got we got vibe coding to do. We can't be struggling on one problem for 3 hours, man. You can ask ChatGPT to debug. Man, we got don't defense and bet simp in here debugging for me. Kinda. I think they've given me a lot of good advice. ChatGPT was able to solve my issues with my swap chain in Vulkan. I don't know what a swap chain is, man. 2-in-1. Ask ChatGPT how to solve it to see if it can do it. I'm sure it can do it. Debugging is a useful tool to learn, yeah. Except, how the hell do you debug something like this, you know? Like, this test case is a little bit too big for me to manually try and see what's going on. Oh, try and find a smaller test case. Yeah, let me just submit. Yeah, this one is a good one. Alright, so this one, they give us more workers than we have tasks. And I'm taking the strongest workers. Wait, what did I say my answer was? A swap chain is like a series of images that are stored for the GPU to choose from. Yeah, I've never done any type of graphics programming or stuff like that, man. Oh, look at that, man. It's saying 3 is possible, but we all know 3 is not possible. So how the hell is it getting... Alright, so we pill it 20. What's happening? Alright, we hit the first one. That's alright. Second task, 15. Second worker, 10. We pill this worker. And then it goes to 20. And then it does an upper bound. So it finds a 30. And then it goes minus minus back to the 15. And then I erase that 15. And I go to the next 10. And then I pill it. Yes, this is the problem that I thought I had, where it does an upper bound. Oh, snap. Wait, let me look at my upper bound. I need to do an upper bound from a certain, I need to do it from like index I. Like, you know, I don't know how to do that with this. Let me just Google it. C++ map. You can't? What do you mean we can't? Okay, so then I don't know what to do. Wait, you don't think that's an issue? Oh yeah, wait. Oh, snaps. Right. Wait, you don't think that's an issue because I already erased it from the map? There isn't... I think the issue is you did the 10 task twice? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man. Jesus Christ. This is what happens after you do too many iterations of your code and you kind of forget what's going on, you know. Yes, yes. It all makes sense now. Thank you very much. Well, I'm not sure if it works, but it feels like that's a big error. Oh lordy. It's we're not quite there yet, man. Hey, what the heck? What the hell is going on, man? For real. All right, here we go. We're strength or let's see. Oh, Pat's Hello World. What's happening, man? Thank you very much for that hydrate. Cheers. Man, how are you doing these days, Pat? How do you feel about LeetCode? Is it fun for you? You have a good time doing LeetCode practice? What the hell is this 2? Oh, that's that 2. LeetCode is hard? Yeah, I'm struggling with it these days, man. How the hell they're gonna try and tell me? Oh, snap. I see, I see. So there's nothing left in the map but that 30. We do an upper bound on this new strength. Oh shit. What does this mean? And then we minus minus, and then I guess we can be like something like that. It's too easy, man. This problem is like trivial. So waste of my time. Nah, I'm playing. This problem took a long time for me. And I forgot this dang C out in there. Whew. It only took me an hour and 40 minutes with the help of a grandmaster and a dang solved every LeetCode problem, LeBron James of LeetCode, to help me out. But even then, man, my runtime is pretty shit. There's a lot of inefficiencies in my solution. Strong, nah, I think I had strong support, not strong mental. Alright, let's see. Ranges sort T? What the hell is this, man? Hey, Betson, what kind of crazy stuff are you doing out here? Who taught you that? LeBron James is cooked tonight. What you talking about, man? Yeah. Ranges is nice. Oh, I never even heard of this thing, man. Ranges? Since when did LeetCode? Yeah, maybe LeetCode upgraded their C++. But I've never seen this in my life. What else does ranges do? And where's it from? How come we can just use it like that? That means, what does this mean? It's like not in the standard namespace or something? Ton of cool utils. Yeah, maybe I should read about it one day. Oh, it's in that ranges, and then it has a bunch of stuff. Alright, so you use the multiset. Well, it's hard to read what you're doing here, but I guess this is, you're inserting the strongest workers, and then here you're iterating something, I don't know what, but you're, the tasks, these are like, oh, so you do the lower bound, and then you check if it's the end, instead of doing the opposite thing that I was doing. Oh, Hector, HSC, what's happening? Thank you very much for those bits. Man, I spent a lot of brain juice on this problem. Thank you so much, Hector. You got so many bits because I messed up that one time. Anyways, I used a deck. Wait, you used a deck instead of a multiset, Brett? How does that work? Wait, no multiset, no binary search. Oh, right, because we have a double binary. So you're saying you only the binary searching on the answer, and then in your validation function, you're not using another binary search. You're using a deck. Can you share your solution, Brett? I'm curious, even though I don't really understand your solutions a lot of times, man. I think it would be still nice to look at. Oh, man. So this is what it takes to be a 2500 plus rated problem solver. You got to solve problems like this. Because, man, there's a lot of things that could go wrong in this problem, you know? Wait, you can do some kind of lazy updating because you can keep a history of what workers have taken pills and process those first. So like, when you try to process a task, you have a list of what workers have taken pills. Huh. Alright, let me see, Brett. Alright, so... Okay, so far, I understand. You sort the workers like how I did mine, and... This is your validation function, and the binary search. So binary search is pretty standard. Validation function now. You got the pills, and here's your deck. Ooh. Don't know what's going on here, but So while there's something in the queue and the left is greater, interesting. J counts down on tasks. Why are we counting? Oh, I see how this works. Not counting down from the largest ones, counting down from the guess minus. Yeah, I see. And you're stepping like -1 at a time or something. First K-task starting with the biggest. Yes. You can swap the order of the 2 if blocks and it still passes. If blocks? Wait. Who's if blocks? Oh, these? Yeah, I'm not able to just look at the code and it makes sense to me, especially because it's Python. I have to like really think about what's happening. Kind of. All right, so if there's something in our queue and what's in our queue though? Workers are in our queue. So if the worker is stronger than the task, then we pop it. But then if there are no workers in our queue, but the current, what? I guess the current worker is greater than the task, then that's good. Yeah, if the current worker solves the task, just do it. I see. Otherwise, we need to pill. But then if we don't have any pills, we can't hit that because that means one of the tasks isn't, like, we don't have any more boosts. Yeah. Not familiar with pop left. Pop left is a deck thing. I think we have this in C++ too, a deck. But I don't know if the syntax is pop left or pop front, you know? Alright, so interesting. Pop front, I see. I hardly use decks, man. Maybe I should use them a little bit more. Like, anytime I'm going through my checklist, I never think about a deck. Like, never ever have I thought, let me use a deck, you know? Now I keep adding workers to the queue as long as taking a pill still solve the task. Huh. All right. Oh, AKSR41 in the house. What's happening? Welcome to the party. How's it going, man? I know you started your new job recently. Do you plan to continue studying LeetCode, AKSR41? Or are you going to take a little break from LeetCode and maybe do some other stuff with your time? Wait, the deck's implementation in C++ is very weird. It's much more interesting than just a double linked list. What is it, BetSimp? Send you a message, I think? Yeah, you sent me a message, man. I responded, unless you just sent me one now. Yeah, I don't know if you want to tell everybody or if everybody knows. But pretty sure people know, right? Where you work. Linked lists are weak. I don't, you know, the first time I ever heard about a linked list was like 2019. And I started programming in 2013. And I didn't never heard of a links list before. That's how much, like, I don't know how to say it. That's how much on the digital street side I was on, man, because I never even heard of these academic things like links lists. But I was a decent programmer, maybe. I was getting a lot of stuff built, at least. It's basically a links list, but instead of single nodes, each node holds a buffer of values. So you can take advantage of cache locality somewhat. Whereas linked lists completely destroy cache locality. I don't even know what that means, BetSimp, but it sounds interesting. Alright. Should we move on with our lives? When you iterate over a linked list, you might be dancing around memory. Oh, type racer! Oh man, sorry, I forgot. Q, my bad. Let's do the type racer. Yeah, we're doing it. Memory is faster when you touch nearby entries. Huh. So that's what you mean by cache locality? Where it's like everything in... So every node in this linked list is like a continuous block of memory or something. So it can like... I don't even know how anything works. So anyways, the only thing I know is we got a type racer. Hey, you guys want to know something? A secret? It's not a secret. You guys want to know something big that's happening in my life right now? I haven't really made any announcements or anything. But I'll let you know. Anyone who's here right now is gonna be able to know. Yeah, I'm getting married next week. To my girlfriend, my longtime girlfriend, Clistar. She's in this thing right now. In this type racer. You know Clistar is your girlfriend? Yeah. Pinto Fu, thank you. Sick Logic, thank you very much. Type racer is broken. Oh no. Dang, look at that. Six pack sexy, 103. Your girlfriend is Clistar? What do you mean, man? Of course. Tax benefits, yeah. Yeah, R-Fire, thank you. And Wise Sane, thanks. So, next week it's happening. It's just, it's nothing crazy, man. No big event. It's just gonna be in the City Hall or whatever it is. Alright, here we go, championship round. Am I invited? Sure. Anybody can come. I don't think I can bring too many people to City Hall. Alright, let's go. Championship round real quick. Champion, man. 117 beat six pack sexy. 116 Q Ultimus 109. That's probably one of my fastest races. Not sure if it's actually beneficial from a tax perspective. R-Fire, it is absolutely beneficial, man. I calculated it. Thank you, Don't Defense. I think I went online to calculate it, and it estimates around $20,000 in tax savings. Yeah. Anyways, 117. What was I doing? Type Racer just not loading on Firefox. Yeah, dang. Type Racer sucks, man. I can't wait to build something to replace it. Hey, do I have a underscore in my name? Yeah. How old am I? I'm in my upper 30s. Do you account for the fact that the income taxes are taxed at a higher rate? I didn't account for anything, man. I just plugged in the numbers in the calculator. Yeah, no. I just put in the numbers. Our combined income is pretty much the same. She doesn't work right now. You made that announcement to throw off the Type Racer? No, man. I got boosted. It's not even a big announcement, right? It's not like super related to the stream. It's a big announcement for my life, I guess. But doesn't really change much for the stream. Future wife's Twitch handle? I mean, she's in the chat right now, man. She's on the board. This is her, Clistar. Mayank Kumar from YouTube. What's happened? Since how long have you been coding, and what is your favorite tech stack? I've been coding since 2013, and I'm not sure what my favorite tech stack is. But I enjoy C++ sometimes. I enjoy coding in C++. I don't enjoy compiling C++. And I don't know. What else? Sick Logic, thank you very much for that Prime subscription. Sick Logic right here. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that's happening next week. And then what else? I might have some other announcements one day, real soon, in the next couple months. We'll see. We'll see when I tell y'all what's going down. Kids? Nah, man. Well, I'm not gonna say yes or no to anything. But I guess I can say no. That ain't it. I already have a kid. I have a stepchild at least. That's enough for me. I don't really want anything else, man. I think a stepchild is okay. So I don't like babies, man. I don't like the 0 to 6, 7 years old part. I don't know if I can handle that, you know. But if they're older and they can talk and communicate, maybe it's not so bad. That's evil? How is that evil, man? When they're like babies, they're just straight up animals, man. I don't want an animal, you know? Kids only get interested when they can talk. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't want to take care of some Anyways, are you gonna buy a house? No way. Moving to Japan? Who knows? I wish. What were we doing? Should we switch to web dev? I don't even remember what we're doing last time. This is what happens every time I try and work on the website. I don't remember what I was doing last, and I lose all the context. Yeah, I'm in New York. What else can I guess? It's nothing too crazy. I don't even know what's happening, you know? You're teaching us about linked lists? No, I wasn't. I don't know anything about linked lists, actually. Start of workout arc. No condom, Chris. You are always onto something, man. I'm getting fat. Been eating too much chicken and lamb over rice, you know, from that dang halal cart down the street. No. Too much Raising Canes. What else do I have? Too much junk food, really. Has to max out now? No. Not yet. Not yet. Alright. I guess we got 1 hour. Should I even work on web dev for an hour? What can I actually do in 1 hour, you know? Not a whole lot. Are you moving in with her or is she moving in with you? Man, she's right here in the next room. She's already moved in. She's been moved in. Working out does wonders for clarity of your mind. Man, working out is hard. I have weak mental, so I always just give up, you know? You can fix the capitalization issue. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. R-Fire. Where is it? This one here, right? Couple stream when? I don't know about all that. She's supposed to... Anyway, let me not talk about her business. But maybe she might start streaming one day. She's like a micro influencer in her world. Just like, I guess I'm a micro influencer in LeetCode. What's happened? Arya Bhat Gaming. Hello, welcome. Can even just an hour walk a day helps a lot. Yeah, you know, the problem with me and walking is whenever I go out to walk, you best believe I'm gonna stop at Shake Shack or somewhere like that to get some type, or Dunkin' Donuts, you know? So it's like it defeats the whole purpose of the walk, man. So I walk and I pass by some food spot, for sure I'm gonna order a milkshake, I'm gonna order a Cinnabon, I'm gonna order some donuts. I'm gonna go to Burger King or something. You know. Alright. Let me start up the whole web dev stuff real quick. Swimming is way better. Nah, it's too much effort to go swimming. Are there treadmill desks in the office? Yeah, there are, but I don't use them. Tracking calories for a bit can help. Yeah, I guess, you know, I know what I need to do if I want to lose weight. The problem is I give in to temptation too easily. And I like to snack. I like chips and chocolate and candy. I like fried chicken and fried rice and fried anything, you know. So that's a problem for me. Anyways, you guys want to see my wedding ring? I put it on right now. It's just a sizing ring. I bought one. Is it okay to wear one of these as a wedding band? It's all right? Or is it corny? Who cares? Because I'm doing it anyways. So I bought one, and this is like the sizing ring. And they say I gotta wear it for like 24 hours to see how it feels before I order the size. It's one of them smart rings. Till it breaks, yeah, then I just get something else. Yeah. Anyways, I didn't realize how expensive rings were until recently. Why is it so expensive, man? Wedding ring is typically for life? Well, it could be, but does it have to be? Maybe I can just buy a new one every few months or a few years if it's electronic. Only roughly for 50% of people? Yeah. Wait, what's that doing? No, I was trying to just start up everything here. Anyways. Alright, let's run this. And let's try and fix some bugs in the 50 minutes that I got left. Alright, so everything is running now. Let's go and check it out. Oh wait. So R-Fire is not even showing up on this thing. Maybe I should just fix my script that's supposed to scrape. I think that's maybe more important right now. Do you hate try catch now that you are used to results or absolute value or status or? Well, yeah, maybe. Like, seeing try catch was strange. Like, I've never really used try catch in C++. And yeah, it looks so strange. It looks like this is not even supposed to be correct. Like it feels, that's the standard. Interesting. Yeah, so I've only done Google C++. So if this is standard, it looks very strange to me because at Google we use a lot of absol status or, and you know, I actually gave a talk internally to my org about status or and how much it sucks, how inefficient it is for certain like common scenarios. Yeah, I don't know if you knew this, Betsim, but status or is not I mean, it's great for a lot of things, but I think at Google, people use it way too liberally. They'll use it for things that are like not real errors, just maybe, and it's a non-zero cost for status or, and I've done a lot of testing and stuff for like performance, and I've refactored a lot of code in our code base to not use status ors. Yeah, to use a optional instead of status or, especially if it's something simple or a common case. And so, you know, something that people use it for is like check some if this exists in something, and if it doesn't exist, then people return like status not found, right? But you should probably just return an optional or something, man. And it saves a lot of GCUs. Like, just refactoring status or to an optional in one of our code paths saved about 15% in GCU usage. And then there's a lot of people just use status or very incorrectly at work, man. Like, status or types, people will be passing status or types by reference like this to some function. And this is also like, this is bad because this is gonna like create a copy of the type in some cases, you know. So they say you should never really pass this around, but man, I see this so many times. And then there's like, instead of doing passing this by reference, I think there's like GTL optional ref type T is probably better to use, you know. Should be handled at the resolve side instead of pass. Yeah, but a lot of people are passing this junk around, and even optionals, man, like that. Passing an optional by reference, I've learned, is bad. Because same reason, it might create a copy of that type. You know, like maybe the container, I think any container like this might be, well, not any, but I don't know all the details. So what you're saying is your Google predecessors wrote bad code? Yeah, lots of people write bad code, man. Wait, what? Yes. This could be problematic, man. Because it might create a copy of that type. Yes, BetSimp. I don't think it does it in all cases, but in when it's a simple type, no. When it's a large object, I think when it's a primitive type, you don't even need to pass it by reference or anything. You can just pass it or create a copy or whatever. But when it's a large type, there is a risk that it creates a copy. I don't think it always creates the copy. Where'd you read that? I read this. Jeff Dean, man. Jeff Dean and Sanjay wrote a document. Is there a tip of there's actually a tip of the week about this too, about the status or and the optional thing creating copies. So yeah. You know, like the team I work on, we're a very performance sensitive team. We have a library that's used by all of Google, you know. So even if we have like a 2% increase in latency, it could be a big deal, and systems are gonna start complaining. So every code that we submit to production or to the code base, it needs to be like heavily scrutinized and benchmarked to make sure that there aren't any regressions. So that's like one thing I've been working on a lot. If you're passing T into a function of the signature const, then a copy of T is made to implicit convert to optional. Is that, yeah, I don't know the exact cases, man, but that sounds plausible, you know. But would you use, no, you use something called, instead of doing this is bad. Use GTL has an optional ref. I don't know if GTL is a thing outside. I don't know what GTL is, but it's like some library that we use at work. And there's an optional ref of type T that you can use instead. That's Google internal. I see. So maybe that's not available to you elsewhere, but there must be something equivalent. Optional ref. Greater than life? Yeah, who knows? That's why, I mean, Absol, is that Google also? I think Absol is not super Google, is it? I don't even know, man. I only know Google C++. Absol is also Google, but isn't it also open source? Yes, it's open source. So yeah, I use a lot of optional refs and stuff, and open source, but basically Google. I see. I'd say I think that's the only case where a copy is made when it's a const here, when you have that qualifier. Where you pass, yeah, you know, I'll look into it, BetSimp. I'll send you a message about that, maybe, because there's a lot of documentation on like why this is bad. I just don't remember. I just know not to use it like that, you know, and always use optional ref. Wait, what was this? Those optional parameter create a copy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never actually looked at optional ref, but perhaps, you know. Anyways, so that's basically what I do all day at work. Is I'm kind of like the performance guy, but I'm not that good. But I always I'm interested in that type of work, so I'm always looking for small inefficiencies, and I'm always running benchmarks and experimenting with things to see how I can improve performance, you know. And then I won't submit everything, so maybe I find like 2 or 3 areas of improvements, and I benchmark it to make sure that like there is a good improvement there. But sometimes I won't submit. Sometimes I'll stash them and I'll put them in my savings account, and then in a couple weeks or months or something, you know, for sure some system or some other team or a client of ours is going to complain about the performance. They're going to be like, we need you to make this more performant. And then we ask them to give us some target numbers that they're looking for. And then that's when I bust out my savings account and I look into my thing and apply the fixes, you know. Or that's one case where I'll use those stashed things. Another case is anytime my management has feature requests for me, like, and it's like, oh, we need this new feature. But, you know, every feature you add probably adds more latency or more GC or CPU usage. So I'll release like new features with like saved up performance optimizations as one package, so it looks like there's no regression, you know. Anyways, Simon spends all day every day looking for people using status or. Yeah, actually I have a reputation in my org as the status or crusader person or something, because I've made a lot of noise about changing how we use status or, and I think it's led to a lot of improvements in our code base. Since I'm new, this question might be incorrectly based. Are you saying Google has their own SDKs that add to what C++ draws from? Yeah, Google has our own internal libraries that I don't know what it adds to, but it's just a bunch of libraries that we all use. That's the best way to go. A lot less times theory is wrong. For a long time, people thought linked lists were efficient because no one actually tested it. Yeah. Real Raymond Jones, what's happening? What team am I on? I'm on... What team am I on? I'm on like policy rollouts, infrastructure, something. I don't even know. We don't really have a solid name. A random person in my office building recognized me from my YouTube videos. Dang, celebrity. That's nice. Anyways. Yeah, my team does. So, alright, my org mainly, we do like Google policy enforcement, making sure that we're compliant with all the regulations in the world and in different countries and different zones or whatever. A big policy that I personally work on, probably our biggest policy, is called DMA, which is Digital Markets Act or whatever. And this went live like last year, but there's like iterations on it. And this affects like all the big tech companies. And this policy is basically saying that in Europe, you can't just use, like Google has a lot of different products, right? Like there's Gmail, there's YouTube, there's search, there's whatever else, calendar. And this is saying like we can't use, like search cannot use information from YouTube to serve you better ads unless the user has consented for that. So we make sure that everything is correct. Like we're not using this person's YouTube data to give them ads in this product or whatever, you know. Sounds really complicated. Yeah, it is a complicated, very, very complicated system, man. Working extra hard on the policies right now. Wait, what? What you talking about, Enrosis? What's happening? Do you use Kubernetes a lot at Google? No, we don't use Kubernetes. We have our own internal stuff. I don't even know. Bach, Pod, Borg. I don't really. So my team, we don't actually have a service. We have a library, like a C++, Java, and Golang libraries that people include in their binaries. So we're not running a service that other people are talking to, you know. We're basically building a library that compiles in all these different binaries. So sometimes things can get a little bit hectic when because everyone is at a different release schedule. Like storage systems or processing systems are a little bit different in the way they work too. But the library is used by everybody, and sometimes it's tricky to like keep everything in sync. That would be rough. Difference between implied and express consent by jurisdiction, imagine, would be even an issue. There's a lot of stuff going on with that, man. Anyways, so I mean, I've been working in this space for almost 4 years. I've worked with other policies besides just the DMA one, but the DMA one is the biggest policy that we have by far because it's company wide and it affects almost everybody. Like the whole company has to be compliant, you know. So we get crazy amounts of QPS, like queries per second, in our, even though we don't have a service, we still have this library, and the library probably gets called like hundreds of billions times a second, man. Maybe around 200 billion times a second. So even like debugging issues could be challenging, man. Yeah, I've never heard of numbers like this, not even close to numbers like this. I can't even really like conceptualize how big that number is, man. Like most of our biggest clients probably send like hundreds of millions of QPS, you know, maybe our biggest, maybe like billions of QPS, our biggest clients. So to us, a small client is sending, you know, if somebody send like 1 million QPS, it's like, dang, 1 million queries per second. It's so tiny. We don't even have time to like entertain them or talk to them. They're like low priority, you know. Anyways, I'm just talking nonsense about my work when we should be doing web dev, man. You guys could scale out the window. Yeah, I've never seen scale like this anywhere. Like, I didn't even think scale like this was possible. For, you know, I guess it's out there. Wait, let's see what this is. So, all right, large type has a vector. So you're saying this is the const optional f optional calls a copy constructor, right? So constructor one time here, and then the copy constructor calls wait, Steven Sagiball, what's happened? Me and my friend once trying to make a YouTube video. How much you think we'd need to spend on a good camera? I don't know, man. 600 bucks maybe. All right, so you're saying whatever was written down by Sanjay and Jeff Dean is true. Like this optional thing does create a copy. Lots of YouTube videos are recorded on potatoes. Yeah, I don't think you should. Wait, what type of YouTube video are you trying to make? Should add a print between the two calls so you can see that in line 25. Implicit convert to an optional. Oh, right. Yes, because you're just passing the type. And then it, yes. Yes. I see what you're saying. Well, I hope you all learned something new about C++ today. Thank you very much, BetSimp, for writing a little test to prove this stuff is happening. I hope you guys can go out and improve your code bases at work based on this knowledge. That would make me feel really useful and happy that some knowledge that I shared is useful for y'all, you know. Negative IQ viewer, what's happening? We have something internally called optref. Okay, so it's probably like well documented, but still, I mean, even at Google, man, like this is well documented, and there is still a lot of code that uses this pattern, which is incorrect, you know. So even if it's like people are aware at the company, it doesn't mean that everybody is aware, you know. Which is something I'm beginning to learn at Google. Like, I used to just trust everybody who's higher level than me that they know what they're talking about. But these days, I make sure I verify everything, man, because sometimes people don't know what they're talking about, man. I think it's fine if it always gets optional T. But yeah, the copy can be a foot gun. That's why you need to be really careful with implicit conversions and introducing implicit conversions into your own classes. Yeah. No one knows everything, no matter their level. Yeah, for sure. But I guess I used to think like higher level people, I put them up a lot higher up on the pedestal when I first started than like now that I've had a few years under my belt to code and whatnot in the code base. Anyways, I'm not saying I know everything because I clearly don't know that much. But I like to experiment and I like to research and I like to like see real evidence to back my claims or my beliefs, you know. C++ is changing so often it is hard to keep up with the changes. Yeah, I don't even know what's in the new C++ stuff. But something I learned recently too, and I talked about this a few months ago, was man, it was called a RCU. Yes, RCU. I just learned this recently. It's I guess it's coming in C++ 26, but it's a read copy update, and this is maybe like 3 months ago. I had an issue at work, and I needed to use this new type of data structure, man. Look at your YouTube video. What's happening to my YouTube video, man? I don't even know. What's it saying? I'm looking at my YouTube video. It looks alright. Anyways. Oh, for the thumbnail. Yeah, you like my thumbnail? I worked hard on that today, man. Where is it? How do I see it? Yeah, look at that cool ass thumbnail. You know, I've not used thumbnails for YouTube until today. And I was like, man, I need to take an interesting picture. So that is what I did, man. Yeah, thank you, Real Raymond Jones. You'll get more views? Yeah, maybe. Like, I put so little effort into my YouTube, and I really need to change that. I need to, like, focus more on this. Like, I've become such a lazy streamer, but at least I'm consistent, you know? Like, I just turn the stream on and I go. I don't really plan things. Whenever on YouTube, I don't, like, edit my things. I don't add the segments or whatever. I don't even have good titles, and my thumbnails are whack. If you want to get on other platforms need to have 2 lives, one vertical and one horizontal. Yeah, I don't know anything about vertical. I don't think my content works very well for vertical views, man. Because I'm like coding most of the time, you know. I don't know how they're gonna see what I'm coding on the thing. Next step is start reading YouTube chat every hour instead of every 3 hours. Man, the next step is actually I'm going to try and get my YouTube chat on screen, because I've been meaning to do that for about a whole last year now, man, and I haven't done it. Oh man. Changes are coming though, I promise. Changes for the better are coming. I'm a TikTok expert, so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't even have a TikTok account, man. Hey. Isn't TikTok supposed to be banned? What's going on with that, man? That's why I haven't even thought about TikTok for a while, because I thought that shit was gonna get banned. I was gonna do something. Oh, I was gonna fix my algo tracker script. I was like, I don't know why it's messing up. But I think it's something to do with this if statement. Let me run my script and see how it looks first. Ban TikTok and let's put 125%. Yeah, I thought it was already banned, man. I think Streamlabs has a multi-stream feature for chats. Yeah, I gotta figure out the chat thing. Do you have unit tests? You talking about unit tests, R-Fire? Unit tests for what? For this script? No way, man. I don't have any unit tests. I don't even know how to write unit tests outside of work. Yeah, I don't. Maybe one day I'll start adding some tests, but I think I'm way too early on to add tests in like how mature my code base is. So I'm having this issue where yeah, look. So our rating is 0. Like, why is your rating 0? I think that's why. Oh, that's why I haven't added, maybe. The best time to add tests is when you add the functionality. The second best time is now. I don't know if I agree with that, man. At least, maybe if you're like in a serious company with like serious production stuff. But I think for like hobby projects or whatever, small things, writing tests, I don't believe in them too much, because they're so not fun. And if I had to write tests, man, I don't know if I would even code anything, you know. That's why your website will be hacked. They're very fun. Oh man. Well, one day I'll probably write tests, but it's not gonna be anytime soon. Maybe sometime early next year. Test-driven development can work, but you need to know exactly what you're going to write first. Tests are just you trying to break your own code base. Yeah, that's kind of true, maybe. You love writing tests? That's a little strange, man. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I do understand the value of having proper testing, because testing at work is very important, and I'm a big advocate of proper testing when I'm at work. But that's because the stakes are a lot higher, man. You know, I think here the stakes aren't so high. But let me see. I just want to see it skip something here. Yeah, look, it skipped our fire. But Charles Lake got uploaded. Oh, I think Charles Lake is probably the latest. Let me see. Anyways, we didn't do much web dev today, man. Oh, look, there's Charles Lake. Very nice. And then our fire is skipped because the rating isn't there. How come our fire doesn't have a rating? Oh, well. Yeah. All right, let me redo this, man. I'll just put this big old thing in instead. Have known contests? Yeah, I thought you always had a rating of 1500 though, but maybe not. Dead Egos, what's happening? BDD? What is BDD? Test when you don't know what you want. TDD, test when you do know what you want. Integration test when you need a third party. But above all else, always delete your stale test. Behavior driven development. Yeah, I don't know anything about building software, man. I'm just freestyling, you know. Alright, so now we're adding. I think that was the problem, that I was skipping uploading because the rating was 0, you know. But now, as long as somebody has anything solved, then it will upload your stats to the website. Website looks nice, thank you very much. I've been building it since November or December, but not too often. I'd say average maybe 5 hours or less a week since November. But it's come a long way, you know. Saeed Mahmoud, what's happening? LC, yeah, the LeetCode portion of my stream is finished, and my stream is actually coming to an end soon. I'm just chilling, really, fixing some small bugs. For some reason, sites think I'm logged in, but doesn't show my profile or let me chat. Rfire, I think this is, I've witnessed this behavior before. It works if you just log out and log back in, but let me make a note. Sometimes when user is logged in, it isn't actually logged in. I've seen this on my own account. Whenever I switch computers and stuff, I think sometimes it happens. But I haven't figured out exactly why it's happening yet. I need to research that. And then, so you said there's a bug Now that you're on the LeetCode page, you said when I visit your profile, it doesn't work. Or maybe when I click on public profile like that, it doesn't work. Let me look at that code under the profile code. Man, where would that be? Profile. Public profile. Username. Oh. So maybe I just need to do like a lowercase. How do I do that? Make username lowercase. Yeah, sure. Log out and back in fixes it. Yeah, I gotta look into that bug. The app you building, is it live? Yeah, it is. MidnightSimon.com. Guessing it's on. Yeah, it must be. It must be something like that, man. We'll figure it out slowly but surely. We're gonna clean up all of these bugs, man. Oh, there's like issues with the chat thing too. Because it keeps disconnecting and connecting like that. But one day I'm gonna have a little hackathon soon, where instead of just doing an hour and a half chunk of work here and there, I'm just going to block off the whole day, like 8 hours. Marathon. Well, that's not a marathon. It's like an all-day session. I don't know when it's gonna happen though, but within, oh, while people are here, let me also say that on Monday, next Monday, which Monday the 5th of August, Don't Defense is gonna be teaching us segment trees at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, that's something I want to add to my website, man. Like events, upcoming events. Should I put that on the to-do thing? Features or whatever. Add some type of calendar event system. Especially to show like when I'm not gonna be streaming. Aren't you getting married on Monday? No, I'm getting married on Tuesday, man. Who said Monday? Not me. Next Tuesday. Hopefully. I still have to get some paperwork and stuff done, but I think it'll be good. Wait, this is news. Yeah, Icy Black Deep. I guess I mentioned it briefly earlier. I'm getting married next week. Dead Egos, thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't make any crazy announcements in my Go Live thing. Just casually mentioned it on stream to people who are here. Maybe you can add a banner on top of your website or something like that. What do you mean a banner? This is a banner, right? This. Here's an old website, by the way. This is like version 1 of my website. No React, straight HTML, hand-coded HTML. And it upgraded to MidnightSimon.com. So this was the website for like 2 years before I upgraded it. It's good for you. This one of the best things that ever happened to me for real life-changing stuff right here. I don't feel it's super life-changing because I feel like I'm already living that life. Because I live with my girlfriend. She has a daughter. We've all been living together. I'm a stepdad. Things have been going really well, and yeah. So this doesn't feel like a major change in anything. It's just like marking it as official, I guess, for something that's already been going on for some time. And I've known my girlfriend since we used to work together in restaurants in, I don't know, man, 2009? What year is it now? 2025? It's been a long time. I don't really talk about our relationship too much on stream. I guess today's different. Need to add a seizure warning for the static? Do I? Should I? I don't know. The static isn't that bad, right? I don't think something so small will trigger somebody, but I don't know. 24 years. That's a long time. When I introduce people to my wife, it still puts a smile on my face 8 years later. Nice. I wish you the best. Thank you so much, Dead Egos. I'm very excited. I'm trying to get used to wearing this ring, this fake ass ring size thing on my finger. It feels super weird, man. Like, how do you even type with a ring on your finger, you know? I have 3 kids. 2 of them are adults. Dang. Never got rings. Interesting. You'll get used to it. Do you wear rings, Icy Black Deep? I don't know, man. I hope I get used to it. Alright. 5 more minutes. Should we just chill 5 more minutes and then I go raid somebody? So, man, look at all that. We gotta fix this online, offline junk. It's like every 50 seconds before it, or some amount of time before it goes offline. So I think this should be relatively straightforward, hopefully, to fix. Maybe a timeout? Yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll look into it the next time I stream web dev. I feel like anytime I get caught up with LeetCode every time, like, I don't get a real good chance to give like a solid working session on the website. I think it's based on switching pages. I don't think so, because I haven't been switching anything and I'm like still doing it, you know. I think it's just a time thing, because it shouldn't even use anything different here, because the WebSocket is created one time. But anyways, I guess who knows what could happen. This is common when socket will disconnect. Oh, maybe I should just not broadcast a message every single time. I'll research into it so that I know how to deal with it. Just remove the log line. Yeah, these aren't log lines. These are like the server sending a message when somebody comes online. But maybe instead of doing this, announcing somebody has come online or offline, maybe I'll just have like a user list or something where you can see all the people who are online and offline, and then we'll just keep that over there so we don't spam the chat with these things. Presences? What? That's what we call that in Elixir. I see. Oh, SM. What's happening? Anyways, so today solved a very hard problem with the help of Don't Defense and BetSimp. Feel pretty good about this. This is probably the hardest problem I've ever solved, like the hardest rated problem. Took me a long time, over an hour and a half. So that's why I haven't done much web dev today, because most of my time was spent doing this LeetCode problem. Anyways, I guess it's time for me to get going. It's a few minutes early, but I'm not even doing anything, so. Want to hear something funny? Wait, how many people are connected to said socket? Presences. Yeah, let's hear something funny. Who should we raid? LeetCoder. $15 hats. I'm actively blocking 100,000 accounts right now on Blue Sky. What do you mean blocking? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, you just don't want to see, add them to your block list? Dang, that's a, you can block that many people? That's crazy. Didn't know Blue Sky had that many accounts, yeah. Like should we hit Sergeant Pepper? Coding with Strangers. Michael Deming, 15 hats. Somebody new. What do y'all say? Anybody have suggestions of who you'd like me to raid? Hepta5 in the house. What's happening, man? How you doing? Coding with Strangers sounds like a title. Someone new? Go random? I'm burnt out? Burnt out from work? Why do you think you're burnt out, man? Is it because of working too hard? Is it because of office politics? Is it because you don't like your teammates? Endless grind? Just the work keeps on coming, there's no break? Man, you could probably retire right now, Hepta5. You probably got enough money to just chill for the next 20 years, man. Which could be. Raid Pat's Hello World? Man, tell Pat to get on right now and I'll go raid him. Check out Grinder's stock? Nah, what do you mean? Where's Pat at, man? 8 days ago? No, come on.
Look, another's on.
Raiding on offline looks fun. Wait, it's true? What's true? Every time Brent raids Pat, he gets on? You're telling me if I raid Pat right now, he's gonna get on? I like that type of party. Is he in here, man? He is in here, lurking. Pat's Hello World. Calling Pat's Hello World. We want to see you max out or something. Play some bomb game. Alright, I'll do it. I don't think I've ever raided Pat when he's offline, but I'll just do it today because I don't know what else to do, man. Can you even raid someone that isn't online? We're about to find out, man. I think we can. Anyways, not much live coding today. Lots of talking nonsense. But next time, I promise, I'm going to focus more on the web dev than on the LeetCode. I think today I focused too much on the LeetCode, and then my brain juice got used up, you know. Let's do another type racer. We don't got time for type racer, man. I gotta cancel this raid. You guys didn't even redeem a type racer, so how are we gonna do it if you don't redeem it? Next time, man. Oh shit. Alright, the raid is cancelled. Type racer real quick and then I'll go. Alright, let me try and type with this fake ass ring on. Jesus Christ, you guys are type racer fiends. Don't ever raid Pat again? What you talking about? I enjoy Pat's stream. I lurk a lot in Pat's stream. Yeah, question mark? What? Alright. First race, warm-up, second race, championship round. Man, we need some new LeetCode streamers. Our roster is drying up. $118, no condom Chris. Dang, real Raymond Jones at 96. Don't defense. Crash and burn. Q, crash and burn. Icy Black Deep. SM, 84, 78. Clistar, 73. I was about to raid canceled. Wait, what? What are you talking about? This was Pat on Discord? You gotta raid. We'll raid. Alright, that was just a warm-up round. Wait, Pat's message on Discord? Alright, here we go, here we go. Championship round. Is Pat in here? Pat's not even in here, man. But let's do it. After this, we're gonna go raid Pat's Hello World, and I think he's gonna go online, do some LeetCode. Dang. Big time mess up. 6-pack sexy. 122. Very nice. The fastest of us. Look how many triple digits. Don't defense. SM. Q Ultimus. Clistar. 94. Very fast. Dang. You beat real Raymond Jones. 94 as well. Icy Black D. 75. Yeah, lots of hundreds. Alright, good type racers. 122 for no condom Chris. Let me put that up on the board real quick, and then we're gonna go raid Pat's Hello World, who may or may not come online. Hopefully. How fast was that? 122. Whew, look at that. No condom Chris back in second place for most type racer wins in recorded history. I have to say no condom Chris probably has way more than this many wins from prehistoric type racers, you know. from when we used to race before I recorded Champions. Tiebreaker ordering different now. I think it's most recent win, you know. All right, let's go raid Pat again. And then I'm out of here, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. Everybody from YouTube, everybody. Oh, Pat, you better get on, man. Everybody's waiting. Everybody wants to see you go live. Everybody wants to see you grind some LeetCode. And everybody wants to play that bomb game that you always play, man. That game is really fun. Anyways. Adios, amigos. JKLM bomb game. Yeah, Pat introduced me to that game, and it's my favorite game to play with, like, on stream whenever I'm watching his stream. And you know, he also plays that chess racer game. For a long time I was playing that. I don't know how the hell to play it, man, but I think recently, like in the last week or so, I think I figured it out. I think I know how to play it now. So maybe I'll win more than, like, get more than 1 point in that game. Alright, SM123, No Condom Chris, Q Ultimus, have a good night. Thank you very much for tuning in. Pat's Hello World, hopefully we see you soon. Negative IQ Viewer, Real Raymond Jones in Rosis. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. Don't Defense, Dead Egos, Hepta5, everybody else lurking. See you next time. Everybody on YouTube, see you next time as well. I'm out. Peace.